You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 24th of February, 2026. It is 65 days after the winter solstice. It is 24 days before the spring equinox. The sun rises today at 6:37 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:09 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:41 p.m., civil twilight ends at 6:09 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 6:41 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 37 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon reaches its first quarter at 7:28 a.m. The moon sets today at 1:12 a.m., and then it rises again at 10:15 a.m. The moon reaches its perigee at 6:18 p.m. The full moon will arrive on Tuesday, the 3rd of March. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 3:14 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the morning, low tide, 9:38 a.m., minus 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 3:49 p.m., 1 meter 13. At night, low tide, 9:49 p.m., 6 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, early yesterday morning, while the snow was still falling, the sidewalks were all but impassable. But the streets had been plowed through the night, so a few intrepid people who were out and about were walking in the middle of the street. There was only half an inch of snow cover on the plowed streets. And there, amidst the tire tracks and human footprints, there they were, dog tracks. A small reminder that no matter what the weather, dogs need their walks. And it puts us in mind of the old motto of the post office: neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. And so it is for the dogs. Commemorations. Today marks the 4th anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin's war of aggression and conquest was meant to be quick, but his pincer action on Kyiv failed, and the conflict has settled into a long war of attrition. The Center for Strategic and International Studies estimates that Russia has suffered 1.2 million casualties, including 325,000 deaths. Ukraine has had about 500,000 casualties, of whom more than 100,000 have died. Let us pause today to remember those who have died, and to ponder the dark hearts of national leaders who dream of conquest and territorial expansion. Today marks the anniversary of the promulgation of the papal bull Inter Gravissimus in 1582. In it, Pope Gregory XIII announced the new Gregorian calendar. Happy birthday to the calendar we use to this day. On this day in 1969, the Supreme Court issued its ruling in the case of Tinker versus Des Moines. The case was brought when a group of students aged 17 to 8 wore black mourning armbands emblazoned with peace signs to school as a protest against the Vietnam War. The school board tried to ban their protest, and the kids were suspended until they agreed not to wear the armbands. The ACLU led a 4-year court battle on behalf of the students, and on this day the High Court ruled 7-2 that students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. Remember Tinker versus Des Moines, now that our freedom to protest is under direct threat. On this day in 2014, the journal Nature Geoscience announced the discovery of a zircon that proved to be the oldest confirmed fragment of the Earth's crust. The zircon was found on a sheep farm in Australia, and it is 4.4 billion years old. Its age suggests the Earth's solid crust formed very early in the history of our planet. Today we remember Richard Hamilton, born this day in 1922. The British artist was one of the first practitioners of pop art. A collage he made in 1956 depicted a surreal juxtaposition of contemporary consumer goods. It was entitled, "Just What Is It That Makes Today's Homes So Different, So Appealing?" and it featured a muscle man carrying a huge Tootsie Pop while standing in a suburban American living room. Pop art, with its bright, bold colors and imagery derived from everyday consumer life, was a wry commentary on post-war affluence. In Mexico, today is Dia de la Bandera, or Day of the Flag. Happy Flag Day to our Mexican friends and neighbors. Public schools will reopen in New York City today after Monday's snow day. Alternate side of the street parking is suspended through Sunday, March 1st due to the snow. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 24th of February, 2026.